Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As promised, I would bring you guys along when we headed up to Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and that is where we are on our way to. So it is a Tuesday morning. We've just dropped our son off at summer camp and arranged with his grandparents to watch him for a few days, and we are now just about to hit the road. So we are gonna stop for some breakfast at Chick-fil-A. Of course, you can't do a road trip without Chick-fil-A. At least our family doesn't. So nonetheless, we're gonna hit Chick-fil-A and we're gonna get onto the highway and start making our way. It is about an 8-hour trip for us, so it's a bit of a long drive. It's not the funnest thing, but I will definitely take you along with us and show you some of the scenery. It does get really pretty once you kind of start getting a bit closer to the Minnesota area. So yeah, hang out with us as we head on up to Mayo Clinic. Okay, so our first pit stop for lunch is at Firehouse Subs. I just got like a turkey, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. And my husband got their new, what? I'm pretty sure it's a Chipotle honey, like cheese steak kind of thing. Is that right?
Honey steak melt.
A honey steak melt and some french fries. So we're gonna get coffee after this. We'll touch back then. Our second little pit stop on our way to Mayo Clinic is gonna be at Blue Collar Coffee Company. So we saw this one on, the good old Google, and this had really good reviews and lots of reviews. So we're gonna give it a try. It's in Beloit, Wisconsin. Alright friends, so we just got out of Blue Collar Coffee, and I've got to say it was really nice in there. The facility itself was beautiful, nice put together, large, spacious. And I will say I got the Backwoods coffee, Northwoods coffee, and it had like cinnamon, maple, and I think that was it, right? And I do decaf on mine. So cinnamon maple and then decaf coffee with oat milk, and absolutely delicious. And my husband got, I'll let you say what you got because I don't remember what you said.
Just a mocha with oat milk.
So yeah, I would recommend if you're in the Beloit area and passing through, or here actually visiting close to here, I do recommend the Blue Collar Coffee Company. And they did also sell coffee in bulk, which was really cool. I got some footage while we were in there. There were quite a few people in there, so just to be respectful, I didn't want to do a ton of footage, but we also got a little strawberry
Cream cheese Danish. Yeah, Italian.
So yeah, our lighting isn't great, guys. Sorry, we're sitting in the car as you can tell. But how is it? Is it really good? Let me try it.
That's good.
So these are some of the perks when you're traveling up to Mayo. You may not be going for a fun vacation, but we do still like to try and stop somewhere along the lines and pick up a few things or try some new places just to kind of make it interesting. So it's not all about, medical. Okay. I also like that. Definitely. So anyway, good ratings by us, and we're pretty picky, I have to admit. So Blue Collar Coffee Company, yep, try it out if you're in the area. So we made it. We are finally up here at Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and we stay at the Residence Inn Mayo, and it's kind of like a little mini suite. So as you walk in here, you've got the main door, you've got a little closet here. I apologize, we literally just got in here, so we still got some luggage here hanging around. So you've got a little closet here, which will come in handy to put the luggage and stuff to keep it out of the way. And then you've got the little kitchenette. So it's got a dishwasher, it's got a little stove, microwave, full-size refrigerator, which does make ice, and a little sink, stuff for coffee. And then it's got like a little seating area here for two. And then it's got the living space, which is actually really nice to have. And it's got a desk space here, and it's got the TV here. Our view is not great. We've kind of got a building and then more building. Usually we have a view of the street, so this time we didn't get that. But it is really nice because it does have all the plugs, not only USB, but it's got the C, is it C? I don't know, the small little spot for charging. It's got it there. It's got it here. And then the TV, if I recall correctly, yes, the TV swivels. So if you're watching TV in here and choose to move to the bed, the TV does turn around so you can actually watch it in the bed area as well. So then walking into here, you've got the bedroom area. It's kind of dim in here, I apologize. Try to get them a little more light in here. So it looks like it's got like a utility closet, which is for the staff. And then it's got little nightstands built in, and each one of the nightstands does have the charging ports. It's a queen size bed. And the back side of the entertainment center does have a dresser, so that's nice. And then we've got another closet here, which has a little more dresser area and a safe for hanging. And then in here, you've got your little vanity area. A little place to put some stuff. And then in here, you've got the bathroom area. Pretty standard. We have stayed in the one that actually, we've stayed here. This is our third time staying here. And the other ones, we've had the shower, like a stand-up shower. This one looks like a tub combo. But it's still nice. Little detail there. And it does have the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So overall, it is nice. We don't have any complaints. We have enjoyed our stay here every time we've stayed. It has always been very well kept. The staff is wonderful. The breakfast is good in the morning and it's free, which is nice. But yeah, overall, that's kind of the room as a whole. Again, this is Residence Inn in the Mayo Rochester area. So right downtown. Traffic is horrendous down here. There's always construction going on, so plan for that. We got detoured quite a few times, actually. So that'll wrap up the room tour. What I'll do now is I'm going to actually show you just a few things that I typically bring when we come to Mayo that have come in very handy and that we really enjoy having. So I'll show you those things real fast too before we end this portion. So some of the things that I really enjoy to bring is, first off, a little bag. This is the bag that we typically take even when we go to the theme parks, but it's super handy to have because when you leave your room, like tomorrow is when I have all my appointments. I've actually got I have 4 appointments tomorrow alone. So I will start appointments at, I think 7:15 is our first appointment, and then after that, the last one is at 3. So you are pretty much out of your hotel room from that span of time. So a lot of walking, a lot of getting back and forth. So having a bag is super handy. So it will hold your drinks, it will hold snacks, which is important to have as well, which unfortunately with one of the procedures I'm having, it's not until 3 o'clock tomorrow. I can't eat or drink, well, I can drink, but I cannot eat anything until after that appointment tomorrow at 3. I'm gonna be so hungry. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but I get it. It's a transesophageal echocardiogram, so they have to scope. So I understand the importance of not eating. So I will not be eating tomorrow until after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But anyway, a bag, super important to have. It's nothing huge, and it does have hand sanitizer on it, and it does have a little card with our info on it, which I won't flip it over just because, well, obvious reasons, but little info card on it in case it gets misplaced. And then another thing I like to have that's really handy. So if you are currently working with Mayo or ever have worked with Mayo in the past, you know that you'll have an entire schedule on your phone through the app. It's wonderful. It breaks everything down for you and is really handy to have. But there are instances where your internet is not working very well and you can't get the app to download, or it's glitching, or we all know how the internet can be, right? Well, I print off my itinerary. So this itinerary literally has everything. It has the appointments that are scheduled, the times, locations, everything's on there, the instructions for each appointment. So it even breaks down, like I was saying, that I can't eat tomorrow. Well, starting at 12 o'clock tonight, I can't eat until after that 3 o'clock appointment tomorrow. It breaks everything down in here for you. And it's got like contact phone numbers and everything. So this is super handy to have. So I do always print this off before we go. So I've got the copy just in case. And it goes in that bag for us. The next thing that we like to bring with us when we come to Mayo Clinic, and this is our 4th visit to Mayo in the past year. So each time we've come, we've utilized this. A deck of cards. So Uno is one of our favorites, and it is the Ninja Turtle version. It's actually my son's, but we do bring it with us every time we come. And in the waiting rooms, like I said, you're out. Like, I'm going to be out of the building the entire day tomorrow. And there's a lot of waiting. So once you leave one appointment, you probably move into the next, and you're going to be waiting for maybe an hour or so. Something to do, right? Big time. So that, and then another little game, it's called Think Fast. We've not done this one yet, so I'm super excited to try it this time and see how that goes. But yeah, that'll come with us. Another favorite, Spot It. My husband and I go head to head on these guys, Spot It and the Uno. And I guess we'll try Think Fast this time. We love this. It honestly is a good time, and it's something that you can do quiet and you don't disrupt people. It's small. It can just be put into the bag. It's great to have. I know it seems silly, but you will have a lot of downtime. And realistically, a lot of the times when you're here, it's not necessarily for good reasons. Let's be honest. I mean, you're not here for a party. You're not here for a vacation. You're here to go through medical testing a lot of the times and diagnoses, and that's heavy. That is really heavy. So sometimes having little things like this to break that monotony and that heaviness throughout the day, honestly, game changer. Pun intended, I guess, right? Bring little games, card games, your favorite little games. And another thing I didn't put over here, but we did bring, is ear pods. So like when I get called back for appointments, my husband can't always come with me. Like for the TEE that I'm going to have done, I'll probably be back there for a good 1.5 to 2 hours. He's going to be sitting out there. So at that point, these games become irrelevant, right? Because he doesn't have anyone to play them with. So he can put his earbuds in and he can watch stuff on his phone. He can watch YouTube. He can listen to his favorite music, whatever he wants to do on his phone, and not disrupt the people around him. So that is another thing I absolutely recommend having with you. And if you do have like a portable charger and charging cord, that's a good thing to bring as well so you can stay connected. But yeah, so those are the big things that we take with us that we find to be super helpful. And this is, of course, in addition to like your typical travel stuff you would bring. This is stuff specific for the Mayo Clinic itself that I find handy to have and to bring with us. So I just wanted to share that with you in case you have some similar trip planned, maybe not even necessarily to Mayo. Maybe you're just going to be going for a long stay in the hospital, or you know, you guys are going to be going for a lot of clinical testing through another facility. These are things that we have found that have been able to make our time a little more enjoyable and flow a little bit easier. So I hope you might find that helpful. And I think that's going to be it for this little portion here. We will take you guys around to the Mayo facility itself starting tomorrow and kind of show you what that looks like down in like they actually have like underground tunnels, which is really cool. So like we technically don't even have to like go outside. We can just go straight down from our hotel that we're in. We can go straight down to what they call it, the subway level, and that's below ground, and that takes you straight to the Mayo Clinic itself. So, and it branches out to so many other areas, and it's so helpful to have because you don't have to actually get in your car, which unfortunately for our situation, the procedure that I'm having done, the TEE that I was talking about, we do have to go to the St. Mary division, which is it's an actual hospital. So it's separate from the Mayo Clinic that I go for like the regular testing. So we will have to actually drive over there, but it's like 2 miles away. And we just valet the car, so it's super easy. We don't have to worry about the parking. We valet it, and then that way, getting there, we just drive up, they take it. When we're ready to leave, my husband will go to the station to have them call the vehicle up while I stay seated because I'm still going to be getting up from sedation. And it's just easier that way, especially having a medical procedure, much easier. You don't have to fuss with trying to find parking and walking out there and going to get the car. It's worth it. It is worth it because the construction that's down here is insane. They are constantly closing roads, improving the buildings, building new buildings. Just keep that in mind when you come down here. But valet is a very good option. So anyway, that'll be it for this portion, and we'll catch you guys on the next bit tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. We are back on the day of all the testing, which for us is Wednesday. So we just came down the elevator to the subway level, which is their kind of like underground walkway for the people. So it says sidewalk detour. This actually takes you directly into the sub-basement of the Mayo Clinic. So down this hall, for us, we're gonna turn left. And as you can see there, so it just takes you, it is just a long hallway, and it takes you directly into the Mayo Clinic itself, which is the primary buildings of like the Gonda building. So that's where we're headed this morning. So we're approaching the end of the hallway, and as you can see, there is the Carlton building and Gonda. We're gonna go to Gonda, so we're gonna go right. Hi friends, if you've made it this far in the video, I truly appreciate you joining me and watching me as we kind of navigate the whole Mayo system and kind of what it looks like for a trip up to Mayo. And I did just want to give a quick update. So I did get all my results back, and I did speak with my cardiologist, and unfortunately there is still a large amount of shunting happening at Valsava. So what we've discussed is pretty much 3 options at this point, one of which is open heart surgery, The next is another heart surgery, but with this one, they, I guess, cut like a small incision in your ribs or on the side of your ribs or something, and they go in that way, and they essentially cut out the device that was implanted, and they kind of put a mesh and sew everything closed and back together so that there is no residual shunting. The problem is with the anatomy of my heart. It is not so much the device that they put in, it is my heart itself. So how he kind of explained it is, if my heart is a circle, down here at the bottom, there's a little part where it's just not quite connected. Like the lining of my heart doesn't connect with the septum. So unfortunately, it just kind of is what it is. There's nothing that they can do from a cardiac standpoint at this time. So he did not recommend either of those options at this point, but he did recommend that I have a follow-up with my neurologist at Mayo. So I am pending that appointment currently. The other option he did give was medical, kind of like medication therapy, essentially, which is just being on a blood thinner for the rest of my life. So he wants me to talk with neurology because they're the ones, I apologize guys if you hear something, I'm in the drive-thru waiting to pick up a coffee. He recommended I speak with him to have him reevaluate my stroke risk and see what he thinks. So at this point, that's what we're waiting to do. I do know I'll be going back up. I'm just not sure when at this point. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Again, thank you so much if you made it this far and watched the whole thing. I truly do appreciate it. And I would love if you would join our channel if you like content similar to this, or if you've looked at any of my other videos. I do a lot of pack and prep. I do a lot of food, stuff like that. But anyway, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.